Toy Story trilogy is probably one of my personal favorite movie trilogies of all time. And it was just a perfect trilogy. It ended on a perfect note. It was great. But then when Pixar announced that they're making a fourth one, not gonna lie, I was a bit skeptical. It could undo the perfect package. So, this was a huge risk. Did it pay off? Let's find out. Welcome, everyone. I'm DPX. Welcome to my Toy Story 4 review. But before we get started, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, turn on notifications, and leave a comment, and you'll be a loyal subscriber. Now, the biggest thing about this movie prior to its release was that many people were saying it was unnecessary. And when I'd like to say that when I went into this movie to see it, it did not feel that way. It felt like everything happening should have happened. I don't want to spoil anything, but like when certain things happened, it was sort of like, right, you should have done that. Right, it doesn't feel like an offshoot or anything like that. Like how it might have been. Like, no, it's not like that. It's a sequel, and I can see it as an argument as to why you should make more as like a sequel to movie franchises that have seemingly been concluded. Since I actually really enjoyed this movie, not that I didn't think it was going to be like terrible. I was just a bit worried, and especially since Toy Story is like one of my favorites, I do not want to see a bad Toy Story movie. So since I really enjoyed this, I'm going to get into my one issue with this movie, and it's that like, okay, Woody, this is like his story. From the trailers, you may have gotten the impression that it's about Forky, which we'll get into a bit later. But it's about Woody. I'm not going to explain why. It's just about Woody. Woody gets a lot of the spotlight. Bo Peep gets a lot of the spotlight. They had like this dynamic, like this chemistry in like the original trilogy that like never like appeared to be anything too important. Now it's sort of like one of the main, like one of the biggest parts of the entire movie. you know so there's that. Buzz Lightyear, and kind of you'll have to watch the movie to understand, but he kind of gets some spotlight. The rest of the characters, like, they're in like an RV for the rest of the movie, for like the whole movie. Pretty much, like, they're not used at all. That really does like bother me. However, that's really my only gripe with the movie. I also think I should talk about the newcomers, new characters. First up, Duke Kaboom, who's the Canadian biker stuntman, voiced by none other than Keanu Reeves, who's had a great year so far. I mean, he's got John Wick, he's got the Netflix movie Always Be My Maybe, and he recently had this movie called Microsoft's E3 2019 press conference, where he was talking about this new game, Cyberpunk 2077. And big meme from that movie was "You're breathtaking." But yeah, Keanu Reeves, he kills it as Duke Kaboom. And some of the other new characters like Gabby, or the dolls at the antique store, like, they're creepy. They're absolutely creepy. Also, some other characters who I honestly thought were gonna be pretty annoying. I'm not gonna lie. Forky and uh, the two stuffed animals, Bunny and Duck, who are voiced by Key and Peele. Like, man, were they great? They were very likable. I liked them. Forky was sort of used as a plot device in a way, but it was fine because like everything made sense. You know, sort of like everything sort of happened for a reason. So yeah. Another thing, and this is a huge plus for the movie, it is really funny. Like, I'm actually surprised as to how funny it was. Like, I've heard from other people that it was funny. My friend Pat Luigi, who, hashtag save Pat Luigi. I will try to shoe that into every video as much as I can. But he saw it before I did, and he told me it was really funny. And, like, okay. And I heard from other people it was really funny. So I knew it was going to be funny. And I was still surprised as to how funny it was. That's how funny it was. Definitely the most funny out of all the, Toy Story movies by far, without even a question. The one last thing I want to talk about is the movie definitely has a right to exist. It feels, it doesn't feel like just some random movie. It doesn't feel like, the fourth Indiana Jones film or the fourth, Pirates of the Caribbean film. It feels like it should be made, and it will. This is the closest things will get to spoilery, although this is something that Pixar is known for doing, but this will make you cry. Maybe, maybe you're like, oh, you think I'm soft? Well, I mean, you know what I mean. It's emotional. It will give you the feels at some point in the movie. It's a great movie. In conclusion, Toy Story 4 feels necessary, and I am so happy to be saying that. It is funny, it is emotional, it is sad, it's enjoyable, but most importantly, the risk paid off. Pixar made a risk by making this new movie after a complete and perfect trilogy. It paid off. And that's why I give Toy Story 4 a 9 out of 10. Again, the lack of many of the other characters, that's what I liked about Toy Story 3 is that, it sort of seemed like everyone was important. The lack of all the characters in this movie really did deduct an entire point, but that was the one flaw with this movie. You should totally go see it. And if you're like a kid or a teenager or an adult, like parents should go see this movie with their kids. It's really that good. So yeah, have you seen Toy Story 4? Why not? If you liked it, tell me why not. And have you seen it? Or if you haven't, do you want to see it? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!